I'm Seukeran, Narcissistic Abuse Recovery Life Coach, Canada. Welcome to the live stream. There, is that better? The topic, as you can see, is catching up. We have a lot of catching up. I haven't been doing any Zoom meetings. I haven't been doing any YouTube live streams, right? Barely any TikTok. No videos at all. My narcissistic abuse business is going where? I had to stop making content because of what? You're doing what with it? Then there's my nonprofit organization. Tomorrow, like I was saying, Malton included. How many months? 7 months? Is that what I said in the other video? Anyways, that kind of went away too, didn't it? So, we're just catching up, right? Because we have a month before a whole new year. Depending on, if you have family and friends and things like that, coworkers, if you go to events and parties for the holidays, if you get time off, if you work, if you have to shop for presents, if you cook food and have to shop for food. It's not a lot of days, right? 25 days, 24 days. If tomorrow's the 1st of December, Monday. Well, say 3 weeks, right? 21 days. We won't count the actual days and Christmas Eve. Hopefully you can relax on 1 or 2 of the days. So we'll say 3 weeks, 21 days. Speaking of the holidays, while I was at the grocery store, I picked up a whipped topping because, it's the holidays and I used to cook and bake. So certain things, like I said, now that I'm just me, I'm not going to go whipped cream. I'm just going to buy it because, whipping cream is probably double what this cost. Things are going on. It's live, so if you hear beeping, it's the microwave or the oven heating up, preheating. If you see it get brighter, I put the light on, took a light off. Normal things when you live and you do live streams. Just letting you know, I don't get special lighting and, the photography background was what is a birthday present? A Christmas present? Well, a present for myself because, all my photography equipment got stolen and so I spent the money and bought it for myself. Anyway, have you ever had these? For an actual, dinner, lunch, one person. We went over this, right? If you get those bag salads, it's a whole meal. So I'm going to put this in the oven for my dinner. Then there's the apartment I live in, but you know, I kind of separate those and don't try to involve them. But since you're all right here in Malton, I kind of had to, right? That wasn't my choice. My personal life, my business. Yeah. My house, my food. I need a more comfortable chair one of these days. The problem is getting it delivered and getting it up here, right? Oops. If I buy it in pieces, I can put it together in here, but to get it delivered is another thing. Do you remember the chairs? I don't know if you remember. Hold on, I'll show you. When I moved in, if you can see them. See them like folding chairs? I bought 2 of them and I brought them on the bus. That's how I got them here to this apartment. I just brought them on the bus, 2 of them. So, here, if you can see it, it's kind of weird, but that's what I sit on. Because I think they were like $14 or $15 each, so. You know, furniture, I didn't have anything. It comes empty when you rent an apartment. Also, recently I found these, so since the holidays are coming, I had bought these years and years ago. They're soup bowls with the little lion head handles. So, now that I'm in a house living, they were still at the house on Netherwood, so brand new in the boxes. I had lots and lots of things put away. Some I got, some I don't know, but you know, these luckily I got. I like making French onion soup, so I bought them for mostly French onion soup, but you can use them for all kinds of things, right? Speaking of that, now can you see the difference when you see the size of this bowl? The one for my noodles and soup and pasta. Hopefully. I also bought 2 of them, the cookie dough, because, you know, holidays. I think they were on sale for $3. So, if I make a big cookie, you know, like you can't really call it a cookie cake, but a giant cookie, and I put icing and decorations, Or I don't know how well it would work, but do you remember when I bought this, the cookie tree? I guess if you really wanted to, you could try baking those, right? You'd have to bake them not soft and then use it for the cookie tree, and because you'd decorate them anyway, right? As long as they'd stay. That's why you should use sugar cookies, because, you know, they're nice hard cookies. They won't fall down and melt and wilt. I should get my computer. I can't use the phone, so to check things while I'm talking makes more sense. Like, what are you gonna do for food for the holidays? Well, let's consider it's gonna turn winter. It might snow, it might have storms, it might have ice. It might be really cold and windy. Some people don't want to go out, so if we're planning ahead, tomorrow's December 1st, right? Just in case you want to enjoy the holidays, if you have family coming over, people coming over. You never know. Well, that's why some things you can put in the freezer, right? Some things you can't really buy. Bread you can't really buy ahead, right, and keep it. I have no idea if I'm getting a turkey yet. I haven't decided. It was a no. There's always ham, right? I'll get a big, huge ham and make that. I'll just see if I get a turkey breast. Maybe I'll look for a turkey breast and just buy it since it's just me. Or they have those boxed frozen ones, right? You can always buy those. I've got stuffings in the cupboard. What else do I need for Christmas? I've got vegetables, frozen vegetables. We're not that far. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. I know I've got mashed potatoes. I can get real potatoes. I've got real onions. I probably have gravy in the cupboards. So reality, I don't have to buy any of it and spend any money. It's that whole pantry essentials. Remember that blog when I used to have a blog and post things on it a long, long time ago? I've got a big, huge box of Bisquick biscuit mix. I think I bought it on sale at Shoppers Drug Mart. So, unless it's expired, then I just go buy another one. I've got my tomato sauce. Remember when I bought those? Good. I've got cheese and bacon. Yeah, I don't think they're going to expire before. So, What do you make for the holidays? I have corn syrup. I don't know about pecan pie. But I still have the cream cheese, I think. Unless it disappeared. So, there's still cheesecake. Oh yeah, the muffins. I was gonna make the muffins. Well, still early. It's only 7 o'clock. Hold on, I gotta mute the people outside. We just wait now. Oven's preheated. Anybody going to events? What are you wearing? Did you buy outfits, new outfits? I don't know how far ahead you plan. Like I said, if you have families and children, with the amount they have around Malton, I have no idea. You guys could be sitting in your car having events with like 6 people, 8 people. You have minivans, right? Speakers with music. Food. You don't have food. They don't have food. They just drive in through the mall. They get some? They get some. It's turned into a holiday video, but what better day to do it if tomorrow's December the 1st, right? Good. Well, I don't know. Some of you celebrate or don't celebrate. Maybe you're by yourself this time, right? And you can actually enjoy and celebrate. So, I bought this a long time ago from the dollar store. It's a brie baker. I don't know if you know what a brie baker is, if you've ever had brie cheese or ever made it yourself. Now they've got like packages with mixes for toppings. So, you can just buy those and, you know, it's got all the spices or flavors in it. Of course, caramelized onions, but, you know, you can make them sweet. This is what it looks like. It's got the lid. and then a little dish to put the whole wheel of cheese in. So then you put your toppings in, cover it, put it in the oven, or don't cover it. If you're having, you know, guests over who can't use a new idea. I still got to remember when I bought these, the trays. These ones are gold. And then I have the silver. So, you know, like I said, I don't know. You use them for events or what you use them for. Friends and family. Why? Because sometimes you might need to go buy presents and you don't have ideas because, you know, they have everything. That's why. This probably, like I said, when I find them on sale or on clearance or I know what they do, I like them. This I bought, I don't know when, but it's a brownie bowl maker. You can see the inside of it. You can use it for like waffle bowls or whatever kinds of bowls. You put the batter inside. And then you close it. And it makes waffle bowls or brownie bowls. Just an idea. I've got a cotton candy maker. I should do that in a video one day. Make cotton candy. So how many of you are going to wear heels for Christmas? So are you hoping for snow? No snow? You don't have to worry? You have a car? You're religious? Is that what you just said? I thought I heard them calling. Anybody else bake? Do you take advantage of the holidays when everything's on sale? Baking ingredients, a lot of them don't expire that quick, right? So you can keep them for a while. Oh yeah, I've got walnuts. I should make brownies. I have to carry that whole sack of flour when I buy it from the grocery store, so soon. It's not the price, it's putting it in that bag I have and bringing it home. I don't want the little flour, I want the big one. tells you $1's a dollar, right? So, how do you make brownies? A mix? You just throw the walnuts in? You're not supposed to say bad words. You're not supposed to swear. That's not allowed. Anybody know how to make truffles? Do you ever make truffles for the holiday? They're not that hard to make if you ever tried. Speaking of whipping cream. What do you do with old things when you get new things? I, you're right, started getting to the habit, or trying to get into the habit when I buy something new, right? You get rid of something you don't need. But like I bought a new dish rack because I saw one that I like better. So what do I do with this one? I just keep it somewhere else and use it for more dishes, pots and pans. What if I don't have the space? Then what? I don't know if you quite understand, but see, when I have things like this, right, that I bought, it's got the cutlery. It's a cutlery set, and it comes with the tray. It starts to add up on my counter, right, because it's not that big. So for you to get an understanding of what I'm talking about, right now that's on top of a shelf I bought, a little shelf, so I can put stuff underneath the shelf. So, storage is important here. Organization is important here. Using every inch for, everything. Because if I bake and all my cake stuff, if I had to put clothes in my closet and store things in my closet, I can't put, my baking stuff away in there. My Christmas tree and my brooms and mops and bucket and all those things go in the other closet with my coats and my hats and gloves and scarves. So, because it's a bachelor, I don't have a bedroom, right? So the other closet is clothing and whatever other things you would put in a normal bedroom closet, right? Makes sense? You want me to store things in the microwave in the oven? There's a drawer under the oven. You can store things in there. What, do you remember the baskets now that I hang on the doors? Hold on. Let's You see them? I've got onions in one right now. See the black and the white? Well, you know, the big onions didn't break it down yet, so it's a good basket. Falls a lot of weight. Just right there when I need it, those onions. Yeah, I wash them when I wash dishes. I wash the onion. Just to make sure they didn't come from dirt or something. Potatoes? You wash potatoes? You're not supposed to. You're supposed to scrub them, right? With a brush? Or is that mushrooms? You buy the Ontario potatoes? Less dirt? What's wrong with PEI potatoes? They're good for baking and mashing. You eat what you want. Don't bother me. Building's home. Do people live in the hallways where you live in an apartment building? Is that normal? I've seen a few news stories, but you know, until I came here, it wasn't that real for me. When was it normal to see people on the street with suitcases? Can I ask you guys that? 6 years? I wasn't in Malton, so I'm not too sure. I know the airport is close, and there was that whole, yeah, the immigrant thing. They're coming to live here. I have to clean my table so I can have a table to use. Right? Right. I don't know where I'm going to put the stuff that's on it, but you know, once you find a place to put things away, right? You have a permanent place for them, then you always know where it goes. It's a good solution, right? You do it once, find a permanent place where it always goes, and when you use them, then you know it always goes back there, and you know what you have space for. Apparently, yes, this is my new life. Life coach, right? I have to compete. Now, do you remember that show Hoarders? I did staging and interior redesign as a course. Do you understand what that means? Staging? Like staging houses? And interior redesign? Like interior design? Interior redesign is when you use the furniture you have to redo the house or the room. You don't buy new things, you just use what you have to redo the room. That's what redesign is. Interior redesign. Now that you have a better understanding, I keep telling you 2 years, right? I've been here. Almost. January 31st will be 2 years. You understand now, a bachelor, it's just the one room, the kitchen and the bathroom. There's no bedroom. Do you remember when I was going on about furniture, what you would put if you would have a TV, if you would have a bed, if you would have a couch, if you would have a chair, a desk, all those things, where you'd put them? You've kind of seen most of it, right, through the videos, so you have a better understanding. Yeah, what if you had a table, a dining table with chairs, a coffee table, an end table? You saw the little square one I bought from Walmart, right? Because I brought that on the bus and put it together. The table also I brought on the bus. It was like a folding table. So, yeah, that's how I got all my furniture here. Of course, the canopy bed, when they delivered it, the people helped bring it up to the door. So I just put it together. Depending on what money you have, right, I guess. Would you get a sofa bed? If you had the choice, a couch or a bed. My option was a sofa bed, right? That would be, make sense. I budgeted, so I ended up paying cheaper, spending less for the canopy bed. That's why I bought it, because it was the cheapest one out of all the options. And it's queen size. Can you imagine? That would bring me back to a chair, right? If I got a chair, if I need a chair to get a comfortable chair, which one? I thought about a rocking chair too. You know, they have those big comfortable rocking chairs. But I don't know if you put those together or how they come. Because, you know, I've never really shopped for one before. So, until that time comes, I won't know. I usually go to Walmart and look at the furniture there, right? You can see what they have in boxes. They have all kinds of stuff there, like the bookcases and stuff. So you can see what's in a box and how big it is. Then I can always get it delivered wherever or whatever. Usually I get it delivered to my mother's house, right? And then I walk here with it. Because I've had issues with the trucks and deliveries here, so I don't usually bother anymore. There's Canada Post if it's not that big, if you know what it is. But things like, you know, I was going to buy like a dining table, but I don't know what my options are to get it delivered here. If it's in a box, that's not the problem. If it's in a box, what do you think? It's going to come assembled? I'm just going to walk in. Maybe the legs will just walk up itself, right? If it's already assembled. Table's got legs. There we go. I'm going to end this one for now. I might be back and have another one in a little while. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. I'll post it soon.